Great Lakes Prepping here with your weekly prepper report for the week of December 6th, 2020. Someone asked me, why do you always do these prepper reports sitting in your truck? Fair question. Well, 3 reasons, I guess. 1, I'm cooped up in the house a lot these days, especially now that we're at freezing temps. Gives me an excuse to get out, start the truck for a little while, and enjoy a little natural scenery. 2, it's just a good, quiet place to shoot a video. The interior of a vehicle is practically a sound booth with all of the upholstery, weather sealing, and whatnot. And 3, it's just a different backdrop from all my other videos. After all, variety is the spice of life, or something. Anyway, let's talk about what's in the news. There are some interesting firearm-related stories in the news lately, such as while the Black Friday shopping day was the 4th highest day for gun buying in the US this year, it was actually down 8% over last year. There were around 187,000 background checks for firearm purchases on November 27th, compared to over 202,000 on Black Friday last year. Now, we all know that gun sales have been record-setting for most of 2020 because of fears related to pandemic, civil unrest, the election, etc. And that all makes sense to me, or at least I can understand the cause and effect. But coming up on the end of the year, some weird stuff is happening with gun sales and the market in general. Due to a couple coinciding factors, gun sales are actually kind of plummeting in December so far. According to Fox Business, these factors are expected severe civil unrest after the election didn't really happen. The announcements by multiple pharmaceutical companies of an imminent COVID vaccine, which I guess if you're inclined to buy a gun because of pandemic, I suppose you'll be less inclined to buy a gun if you think there will be no more pandemic. And while the election of a Democratic presidential nominee is usually a massive driver of firearm sales, the expectation is that Republicans will hold the Senate, which will make any new gun control legislation practically impossible. So, I guess bad news for the gun companies who've been enjoying sort of record high stocks and sales, but maybe good news for the rest of us who have been wanting to get a new gun, but the demand has made availability difficult, as well as made the prices shoot way up. Maybe here at the end of the year, at the beginning of next year, that stuff will start to normalize a bit, and we can get back to buying our guns, and more importantly to me, ammo. So what's going on with the supply chain? Let's talk about flour. Are there flour shortages? It doesn't seem quite clear. I've read firsthand accounts of shelves being bare at certain stores in certain cities. I saw flour on the shelves at 2 of my local grocery stores in Michigan over the last couple days. The shelves weren't full by any means, but there was indeed inventory. Still no yeast at Kroger, though. Reports of some higher-end dog and cat food being difficult to find in some stores. I read an account of a warehouse manager who says they're not receiving anywhere near the amount of inventory that they've been ordering. Now, the only brands I've seen referenced specifically are the cat food brands Fancy Feast and Friskies. But these are Purina brands, and if there's an issue with Purina's manufacturing or distribution, it seems possible that other Purina brands may become affected. Purina owns somewhere around 30 or 40 of common dog and cat food brands. How about insulin? There have been reports of insulin shortages at some pharmacies. I've read firsthand accounts of some Walmart pharmacies being completely out of insulin and apparently haven't been receiving full shipments in quite some time. But digging more into this, some of the big insulin manufacturers have stated that there is no insulin shortage. It seems that any disruption at the pharmacy or to the consumer himself must be on the distribution and or delivery side of things. So if you need your insulin, you ought to be able to find your insulin. But forget about insulin, let's talk about something much more important. Frito-Lay. The Frito-Lay manufacturing and distribution facility in Vancouver has been closed due to an outbreak of COVID-19. Apparently 17 workers have been infected, including several of those in the last 2 weeks. The company's not sure how long this plant will be closed. They say it's temporary, but that's about all we know. Luckily for the consumer, me, there seem to be around 25 manufacturing and or distribution centers around the United States. So it seems unlikely that I'll see any sort of major disruption way over here in the Midwest. But if you're in the general area of Vancouver, you may see a temporary shortage of some of your favorite salty snacks at the store. And for my Canadian friends, I guess that means you better get stocked up on them all dressed moose rinds or whatever on earth it is you guys eat up there. You know I'm just kidding around. Great Lakes Prepping has nothing but love for the Canadians. Let's talk about some good deals I've seen through my travels on the internet this week. The LifeStraw is on sale for about $13 on Amazon. I'm more of a Sawyer mini fan myself, but if you like the LifeStraw, that's a good price. The PROGENY 300 watt portable power station. Now, I noticed a lot of those small, cheap emergency weather radios are on sale right now. Maybe it's for the holiday season. If you need one of those, there's like 24 choices for those products that are on sale right now. But while looking at those, I stumbled upon a pretty neat looking portable battery backup system. I'm not familiar with the brand PROGENY, and since it's an Amazon electronic product, chances are fair that it's some Chinese white label product. But it's got quite good ratings, and for $175, it seems pretty good. Even the non-sale price of $205 doesn't seem bad for what you're getting. Anyway, check it out if you've been looking for a backup power station that doesn't cost like $1,000. And as always, I'll put the links to these items in the video description below. This last item is something I will hopefully never need, but this can be such a great tool for anyone living in flood zones. It's basically a set of portable dams that you can deploy quickly to divert water away from your house, your business, your chicken coop, or whatever else is at risk of flooding. This set comes with 10 5-foot barriers stored in an included bucket. The description says they don't need to be filled with sand or anything else. They swell up and basically activate as soon as they get wet. That's pretty cool. And right now you can save about $42 off the normal price. So the Quick Dam Grab and Go Kit is on sale for $98.50. Now for the weekly challenge. Since we're already talking about guns in this weekly report, let's carry that over to our weekly challenge. I know ammo is crazy expensive and even difficult to find right now, and that's causing people to avoid going to the range. Even for me, it's been far too long since I've gotten in really any kind of practice. So this challenge is to any gun owner, but especially anybody who carries on a regular basis. Get to a range and shoot up a box of ammo. If you don't have a box to spare, spend the stupid high price to get one of their boxes. Just put 50 or 100 rounds through your primary gun. Times are tough and ammo is a precious commodity, but all that hoarded ammo you have won't do you any good if you can't hit the broadside of a barn. So that's it for now. This has been your weekly prepper report for the week of December 6th, 2020. As always, we'll end this with a little something to cleanse our palate. That's right, dog videos. And by the way, if you have a short video of your adorable pup that you'd like me to show at the end of an upcoming weekly report, send me a link to download it at greatlakesprepping@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay informed, stay prepared, stay vigilant.